Hey folks, this is Eric from Cincinnati Typewriters. Normally I'm showing you how I am refurbishing a typewriter, but today's Sunday and I don't work on Sundays. But I do various hobbies. One of them is making these rosaries, which I thought I'd show you. This one looks pretty feminine, but most of the ones I make are very masculine. And here's why. First of all, it's not just about the colors, but the strength. I'm putting about 15 pounds of pull on it right now. I've never tested them to see how strong they are, but I've had one in my pocket, in my jeans pocket, for about a year and a half now, and it still hasn't broken. But aside from that, you can see the space between the beads here, which are sliding. And generally, if you're a man, you know that when rosaries are like this, you have a hard time telling the difference between each bead. Whereas with these, as you're praying, you can kind of make your space and move along the beads much easier. Not only that, but if you're driving, you can get through without using both hands. When you get to the Our Father's larger, and it's got these spacer beads to let you know, hey, you're at an Our Father. All of these are problems that I've found with most rosaries that you can buy. I mean, I've looked up masculine rosaries, and they look masculine, but they're impractical. They're hard to pray. This is very easy to pray, not just when you're doing something like driving, but when you're trying to sleep. You want to lay your hand here because you're trying to fall asleep, but you're praying while you're falling asleep, and you want the slightest amount of movement to get you from one Hail Mary to the other. And with these rosaries, I fall asleep every night. After I fall asleep, I'm laying on them. Sometimes they get tangled in my hand and get pulled, and they never break, or at least mine haven't broken. So I don't know if I'm going to try to sell any of these. I might end up putting them on CincinnatiTypewriters.com/rosaries. If I do, they'll be a completely separate part of the website. But I wanted to show you how I do it and the process. What you would need is a set of crimpers, some crimps, 2mm or 2.5mm crimps. The 2mm are generally the best. They're the ones I use the most time, but 2.5 will also work. And then you'll need spacer beads. I use regular size spacer beads and some slightly larger spacer beads. I put the larger ones around the Our Father. And then obviously 53 Hail Mary beads and 6 Our Father beads. And you'll need a centerpiece and a cross and of course beading wire. At some point in the here it is. This is the kind I use. It's clear coated stainless steel, and some of the other kinds that I've used end up getting kinks in them, and this does not. This is 21 strand, relaxed drape, 0.48mm in diameter. It works really well for me. But I'll show you how I go through the process.